at that. How cute is that? Look at that. Twillys under $10? What? Let's talk. You guys know I love my luggage. You guys know I love shopping. You know I have a shopping problem. But I'm also bougie on a budget. I'm also still like a little bit of a conjuice Indian, you know, a little bit of fruit, like a little bit stingy, and a little bit of a bargain hunter and a bougie on a budget, right? I love getting Hermes Twillys for my Hermes bags, right? I kind of am really loving the no Twilly look right now, but when I want to have the Twilly too, I do. I love having the Hermes Twilly on the Hermes bag for sure, but also sometimes, like if you want variety and you don't want to spend, look, they are pricey. 200 something a pop per Twilly, and for the regular ones, they can go up from there. The fringe ones are like 600, 700, 800. Beaded one was like 3,000, I think. And for perfume, you need 2, right? And if you want to switch it up, you want a fun way to like have it match, way to spice it up and have it match your, like, you know, if I wanted to match this shirt right now, I could do like this one and this one, right? I don't want to buy like every time for every occasion, right? Like that could go, actually that can go really well. Just some Twillys I found, which are, there's a few different varieties. I love them because you can buy them in sets and you can buy them, they feel like, some of them are satin and then some of them are actual silk, right? So like these ones, these satin ones, I linked them all in my Amazon storefront, which Amazon influencer program, I linked them all in my Amazon storefront, so they're there under Twillys. You can get packs of these for like 20, 30 bucks, sets, right? So you can change it up, not just for Hermes bags. I also really like using them for Goyard bags or other bags, because first of all, like Louis Vuitton has their Twillys, Chanel has their Twillys, everyone else has Twillys. I don't think I've ever bought any other brands Twillys. Goyard doesn't have their own Twillys. But anyway, if you want to protect your other bags and you don't want to put an Hermes scarf on them, Hermes Twilly on them, I'm sure you guys have seen before, I put these Twillys on my Goyard bag all the time because those Goyard bags, first of all, the paint could melt. I'll show you in a sec. But also, it's like a cool little pop color to make it a little bit different because everybody freaking has a Goyard bag everywhere these days now. So I like putting a little bit of a Twilly on, especially the totes, to like give it a little bit more of a flair. And you have so many options. And like I said, okay, so these ones are like satin sets, which you can get a couple of them for like, you know, matching sets, like 20 pieces or 30 pieces for like 10, 20 bucks. And they're like decent material. They're not gonna last forever. For 5, 10 bucks to protect it, sometimes I'll double up and I'll put the Hermes Twilly on and then this on top of the Hermes Twilly. So you can do a pop of color, but still have your bag protected by the Hermes Twilly silk underneath so that this Twilly isn't touching your Hermes bag. For those OCD ones out there, I know you are. These actual silk ones, if I want to do like a little bit nicer quality, and this also works on the Goyard bag too because this kind of blends in perfectly. I'll show you right now. I'll show you 2 Goyard bag options. Still not your most, whatever. I can't find anyone else, but see for like this will match pretty well, right? And it's super easy to tie on. You just go around, and then you can protect yourself from the paint in case it does decide to melt because the heat is crazy these days. Not too much that it's gonna like draw, like it doesn't like look like it's not part of the bag, right? That's why these solid ones are good if you want to do like just to match the handle. And then if you want to do a pop, and you can mix and match too, right? You can do like 2 different colors on the same one. I'll show you that. So that's super easy, super simple. And then I'll show you on the other side. I like to use this one a lot on this because it kind of matches pretty well and it just gives a little flair. And a lot of my like I've given these to people in India when I bring Goyard bags to India, they love them because it just gives a little flair, a little like personality, makes it a little different than everyone else's Goyard bag, even though it's still really hard to get bags there. People are getting them, probably mostly from me. Underground Goyard Railroad. Then like but it still gives a little bit of personality, right? Super easy to put on, and like I said, it protects it. Okay, I'll show you one more Goyard bag, and then I'll also show you this on a very long video. I'm sorry. I'm trying to go fast. If you want them, they're in my Amazon storefront. They're super cheap. Look at that. I think that's really cool. Like, let's say I wanted to take this out with this outfit. I'm not gonna take this Twilly off that's already on. They also got silk ones that are like patterned too. Put this on top, right? So that way it's protected. And then when you actually finish it, it's got both the little tags sticking out. So it's got the Hermes tag, like the Hermes end sticking out. And it's got the, this one's sticking out. So it's got like a little two tails, like that, right? It's a little extra. But at the same time, it's still matching my outfit. So it looks like I have a different Twilly for every outfit. I'm tying this really fast. I would probably do it better next time, but look at that. If you want, you can just tuck these behind. This is how they come. Not the most luxurious packaging, but they come like this, and there's sets of 2 of each. So again, super simple. Matches, gives a little flair. I think this is a little too green for this, but It was the best one, but again, you can find different options and make them work. This, because it's a shorter handle, kind of like a little Kelly, you gotta like really wrap it, okay? I'm going again really fast, just so you can see it, and this video is already quite long. But if you like these and want to get them, they're like, you can buy a pack, you can buy a bunch, and just use them for a little bit and then throw them away because they're so affordable, right? So you can get a bunch of different colors to match any single bag, solid, different materials, like I said. It's in my bio on my Amazon storefront. How cute is that? I actually really like that. Maybe I'm gonna take this tonight. Yeah, I'm gonna take this tonight. Okay, bye. Amazon storefront. Love you guys. Bye.